Hi guys, it's Melanie here, SkyMoon1982. I am so sorry I didn't do a video yesterday. Today is going to be day 8 of my 12 days of Christmas, and today is going to be an update on me. I'm sorry, I'm in my car and I'm driving and I'm trying to do this video while the thing is still fresh in my head. Okay, so I just finished coming out of the doctor's. I came in for my 3-year checkup at my lapband doctor's office. Last time I was there on my 2-year surgery, which was a year ago on January 6th of 2011. It's almost going to be a year. January 6th is also going to be my surgery, my 3-year surgery. So I'm coming in for my yearly checkup. So right away when I had called, it was like, oh, we're going to need a video of your esophagus. So this was my first video of my esophagus, but this was my second time doing a fluoroscopy. Well, no, not my first time, but after having surgery, because you know, when after you have your lap band in place, right away they take you down to radiology. Well, at least for me, I'm not too sure exactly if your hospital, if their thing is at radiology, but they usually take you down to radiology to do a fluoroscopy right after you had lap band surgery, just to see if everything is in place. So I had 2 things to be done today. I had a fluoroscopy done, and I also had a video of my esophagus. I'm actually coming out of the hospital. You see, I still have the thing there. So what they make you do, of course, is they make you drink that barium, and they have a video of your whole, I guess, esophagus, or your whole insides, basically. And before that, I want to point out that I did see how much it cost. Of course, I don't pay anything because my insurance covers everything. But for the fluoroscopy, it was like $762, and then for the esophagus, it was $740. I was like, that is crazy. It's unbelievable the amount that they charge. But anyway, good thing I have insurance, right? All right, so yeah, the doctor came in, and he made me drink my barium, and the assistant was right next to him. Whew, it's hot in here. Hold on, let me just turn off the heat. Okay. So everything went down very smoothly. I saw the video as it was going down, and he told me that everything looked perfect. And his assistant even commented while I was like taking pictures, because I do have pictures. I'm actually going to post them on Facebook of the fluoroscopy that they did, and you can see that the port is in place and everything is fine. You could see the barium going down, so I had taken a picture of that, and you could see that the port is there and the lap band is fine. So right after that, I went in to see my my practitioner, well, his assistant, the lap band assistant, and she told me that everything looked perfect. There was no slippage, there was no erosion, there was no stretching. Everything was absolutely perfect. And you know, going into these things, I'm always a little nervous, just because with the lap band there could be so many things that could happen down the line, especially 2 or 3 years down the line, where your lap band could slip or erode. You know, not to scare anybody, but you know, these are just cautionary things that you have to look for, you know, and you have to be careful not to overeat and stretch your band either. So that was the main things that I was looking for. She was like, it is absolutely perfect. Even the barium went down very smoothly. Your esophagus was perfect as well. There was no swelling, no nothing. So I was very happy to hear that news. She also, the assistant also gave me a fill. I want to talk about my fill because the last time I did get a fill was also a year ago on January 6th, the same time that they did the fluoroscopy on me, and they had brought me up to 5.7 cc's. So this time she gave me a slight fill. I was like, listen, I don't want anything big. I just want 0.1 or 0.2, you know, bring me up to like 5.8 or 5.9. The reason being is because at the last time I was at 6 cc's, I had a lot of, I guess, complications where I couldn't eat any protein, meaning meat. I wasn't able to get down any meat. at all, so I had to start eating like almost like slider foods, and I was throwing up like or getting stuck rather, and throwing up of course every other day. So 6 cc's was very, very tight for me, and it resulted in me getting stuck with corn, which now I know I have to avoid corn when I'm at this level altogether. She was like, well, just don't eat corn, because it's going to be very tight, and I'm actually on liquids for 24 to 48 hours, and that's just standard procedure. But I am a little nervous. What she said was, she was like, I insist on 0.3 cc's. Last time it was a little bit extreme because it was about maybe 1 whole cc. So this time you waited a year, Melanie, and I think we're going into this a little bit more slowly, and it's only 0.3, and we'll see how it goes from here, you know. So she gave me 0.3, and it brought me up to 6 cc. She was like, if anything, you could come back and we could take some out, you know. So we'll see how that goes. I did drink some water and everything went down fine. So I won't be able to tell you guys anything until maybe 2 days or 3 days after, when I'm actually on solids. But she was cute because she was like, you've been extremely successful, and mostly every other person that comes here talks about you. She was like, oh, do you see Melanie from YouTube? And she was like, I know you're a YouTube sensation, and I didn't even have to tell her who I was. She just knew. So that was pretty nice to hear that. I mean, you know, you never expect that, you know, to become anybody so huge in an office. So that was pretty cool. And she was like, oh, and then they asked her, do you watch her? And she was like, well, I can't tell you that information because of HIPAA. So that was pretty funny. But she was like, she's been she told me that I've been very, very successful, and she was very happy to see me. Also, I'm a big girl, because I have to say, when I first started doing my fills, I think that this is maybe my 7th fill in 3 years, or 6. I'm not too sure. I have to go back and check. I do have it on my profile, so I have to check how many fills I've had altogether. But it hasn't been as many as people would get in 3 years. I've taken my fills very slowly. I've waited a whole year for this one. So what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Of course I would do that. I'm very absent-minded. I don't remember. I have to say things instantly. Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say. So she told me, when I got on the scale, I was 6 pounds above the weight that I was when I first weighed in a year ago, which is obvious because I did tell you guys that I did gain some weight, but I am trying to get back down again to my my original weight of between 153 to 156, anywhere in between that. So yeah, I had gained 6 pounds, and their scale, I never go by it. I always go by my scale because that's the number that I had started. And plus I'm wearing clothes, so I don't really count it, but I know that in their scale, you know, I had gained 6 pounds from the last number that they had. So I have also been keeping accountable with the Back to Basics group on Facebook, and that's been going extremely well. It's been keeping me on my toes, and I've been exercising. Started the C25K program. I've already completed 2 days out of 3, and I'm on week 1, because you're supposed to exercise 3 times a week, and you're supposed to do 30 minutes in those 3 days. So there's a total of 9 weeks that you have to complete. So as each week goes by, I guess it gets harder and harder. I have to say that it's a little bit kind of easy for me right now, just because I'm not used to running anything under 3 miles. And it's also easier because I went into it never doing a C to 5K, and I've always had a certain speed that I went from 0 to like 30 minutes, and I've always done 3.1 miles. So with the C to 5K, when you do it, you start out, you do anywhere between 1.7 to 1.8, and I stay a little bit longer just because I need to, because I feel like I don't have my workout complete if I don't at least do 2.1 miles, at least, you know, I'm used to doing 3.1. So I stay a little bit longer, about maybe 5 minutes longer, just to exercise. And I told you I'm usually finish at 1.7 to 1.8 the first week of the C to 5K program. So when I had started the Back to Basics groups, I was 163, and then Friday I had weighed in, and I posted my weight, and I was 160 pounds, which was a total of 3 pounds lost. So that's going great. Tomorrow I'll say my weight again when I weigh in, and that's about it, guys. I'll do a video later on today because I got to do today's video, but I just wanted to keep you updated on my status. Oh, you know what the girl said? The radiologist assistant, she was so nice. She was like, oh, and I had my, what is it called? The, you know, the medical wear, the gown and stuff that you wear. So, yeah, I'm like, putting my clothes back on, and she was like, oh, you're so pretty. You could be a model. And I was like, oh my god, thank you, that was so nice of you. I was like, you know, it just made my morning. I was there so early in the morning because I had to leave my house at 6:30. I was out of my house because my doctor is like an hour and a half away from me, which is a huge inconvenience, why it takes me so long just to even make an appointment. So I had to be there in an hour and a half. I mean, I got there like around 8 o'clock. So I was just really tired, and she just made my morning. And that's it. That's my update. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.